What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let's get down to the situation. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video, y'all. So let's get into this whole situation. Let's talk about Love and Hip Hop Season 11, Episode 5. And also, there's a whole lot going on. And Momma Dee was hit by a hit and run? Like, what is going on? Momma Dee was out here in these streets driving, and basically she was injured, and it was caught, and she took photos. She was walking off the ambulance and things of that nature. TMZ is saying that it was a hit and run. So keep Momma Dee up in them prayers, baby, because hopefully she has hit and run or collision insurance or something to cover that, or whatever the case is, because now she's injured. She's not no sprung chicken. It's like when you get hurt at an older age, it takes a little bit time to heal, or whatever the case may be. But a lot of people's calling out Bambi, saying, Bambi, did you have something to do with this whole situation? So it's a mess. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. So Momma Dee was getting off the ambulance, they was recording, and she was just basically, aching and yelling and just saying, like, just showing us that she's hurt, she's in pain. Okay, I was like, Lord have mercy, let her be okay. But let's get down to this whole situation when it comes to Scrappy. So Scrappy's out here in these streets, and at this point it doesn't seem like he wants to be married, nor does Bambi. So he's meeting up with Chaotic, and they're having a conversation. And at this point, Scrappy is basically defending himself, saying that he has not cheated on Bambi at all. He has not cheated on Bambi with Diamond and things of that nature. But one thing is going on in this whole scene is he did say that he still loves Bambi. He definitely loves Bambi, but they're definitely getting a divorce, and he doesn't have a place to stay. And he was basically telling Chaotic that he's homeless. He's living in motels, he's living out his car and things of that nature. And I was telling you guys, this was going on when Bambi and Scrappy decided to part their ways, and Scrappy got out the house. It looked like he was staying at this person's house, that person's house. Then it looked like he was staying in the motels, and he had his kids. Then it looked like he was staying at Momma Dee's house for a while with the kids as well. So I guess he had to get his money right. So that's one of the reasons why he may have not been able to pay rent. And now Bambi's saying that this man is not going to be able to pay child support, and he's refusing to pay child support. But Momma Dee is basically saying, if he's so broke, why are you asking for so much money, Bambi? So there's a whole lot going on in that situation. So y'all tell me what y'all think. Oh yeah, it is definitely spicing. Scrappy actually admits to Chaotic that he was talking to Diamond. He was he did have Diamond in his hotel room. He did have Diamond in his phone. He was conversating with Diamond, and they was hanging out. But he says he stands on this, that nothing happened between him and Diamond. Him and Diamond did not get it on. But basically, he's a married man in a hotel with one of his exes that is infamous, that he runs back to. And he already said in the beginning of the season, these women make him go crazy. So Scrappy wants the public to believe that when he was on a Millennium Tour, even if he doesn't care, that we know how reckless Scrappy can be when it comes to women, when it comes to relationship, especially when he feels hurt, especially when he feels like, it's time to go, ain't nothing else could be done by this situation. And maybe Diamond didn't want it, maybe it didn't happen, but Scrappy in a hotel room with one of his exes, and especially it being Diamond. Come on, Scrappy. So Scrappy's basically saying he didn't do nothing, but it was enough for Bambi to be basically like, there's a whole lot going on in our situation as it is. And then on top of that, you in a hotel room with her. I'm seeing text messages, Scrappy standing on nothing happened. But y'all tell me what y'all think about that whole situation. And then Scrappy basically explains that he need help moving into Momma Dee's place, because she got an extra space in her garage. So that's a whole situation. So what do y'all think about that? I was like, okay, Scrappy, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Let's talk about Bambi for the next episode. Bambi's gonna be sitting around with her friends Sierra and Erica Mena, and Bambi basically states that Scrappy doesn't pay child support. He doesn't want to pay child support, or he can't afford to pay child support because he has no money to pay child support. And at this point, he is just paying half of daycare. And she said that he's so volatile and he's so toxic. And then she starts breaking up and crying. I was like, Lord have mercy. So it's really going down in this situation. And then Erica Mena, she gets into it with Scrappy, and Scrappy's basically saying that I'm tired of you being in my business. And she goes, I know something about your son. And Erica Mena said, what do you know about my son? And I was like, oh Lord have mercy. So now it seems like this season, Erica Mena, when it comes to her child that nobody really sees, and she doesn't really talk about is going to be brought up. And so her and Scrappy go back and forth, and then Scrappy, they're trying to hold Scrappy back because he's yelling, because she said, I know you did this, because she's upset with Scrappy. Now she's hearing Scrappy doesn't pay child support. He don't want to pay child support. She's hearing that, he's with Diamond, and Diamond's pregnant and doing her friend wrong. Erica Mena, she can't help but jump into the situation because that's what they do. Momma Dee jumps in and say, you don't know what the F you talking about. So Momma Dee's in the mix. So it makes sense why Momma Dee was out here dissing, dissing Erica and Sierra. So when it comes to Bambi and Scrappy, it just seems like they've been going through it for a long time. And, what really broke it, and basically it was just unrepairable. When it comes to Scrappy, he wanted his mother around. He wanted his kids to be around his mother and all that other stuff. And Momma Dee and Bambi wasn't getting along. And then on top of that, you got Scrappy out here on tour where he's supposed to be making money. If she's already insecure, you're hanging with your ex in a hotel room and you're texting her and things of that nature. No, you're not supposed to behave like that if you're a married man. And plus, if you want to make it work, you're not supposed to behave like that. You got to try to think about what if the shoe was on the other feet, and you already got a weakness, and your weakness is women, and your weakness is your exes. And they wasn't both happy at all, because Bambi was talking about divorce almost 2 years ago, and then Momma Dee came after her and said, oh, you trying to use my son to take his money. And then they called it off. And then last season, Scrappy told his mother that he wanted to file for divorce, and he was in talks with an attorney, same thing that Bambi was doing. And then now Bambi filed for divorce, and they are officially divorced. So they hasn't been happy for a long time. So this is why Scrappy said that he still loves Bambi, but he's ready to move on and move forward. They're getting a divorce, and he don't care where he stay, whether he's homeless or not. He's getting up out of that house. And let's talk about this situation when it comes to Jessica White, Nick's Cannon ex. She basically went to the doctor, and she's been trying to have kids with Nick, and she had mixed carriages with Nick. And basically she was really hurt because she could really have had Nick Cannon's baby if they would have got the right medical information. And you would think that Nick Cannon, being as a multi-millionaire, $200 million a year they say that he make, and they couldn't get the right doctors to tell her about her fibroids, and also saying that she has a mass that's over her reproductive organs. And yes, they don't really hear us out. They don't hear what black women say when they go to the doctor. It's just like, whatever. It's like, you gotta beg for these tests and this and that, and tell them about, is this approved, what about that, like you gotta be your own doctor with them. It's just like, you go in there, they don't even care about you. They always think that you want something extra, you want some medication and stuff like that. So it's just really a sad situation that she could have had her baby, and the doctor informs her that after she gets all these corrections, because she has, she has a mass, and she has like some cysts, and all that has to be removed, and then they'll work on her fibroids, and then after that, 6 months, she'll be so fertile and she can have a baby. So I know she must be so hurt. And then also she states how hurtful it is to watch Nick Cannon reproduce. And she said she dedicated her life for 8 years. She let him sleep with other people, she let him be with other people, she wanted to be submissive and everything. And now he done dropped her to the side, and he basically, and posting up with his kids, and this bothers her and this hurts her, because people ask her, how come you don't have a baby, how come you don't have this, how come you don't have that? And then seeing that the man that she loved, the man that she was submissive to, the man that she gave a lot of good years to, 8 years is a long time, and he's moving on without a beat, and she ain't got a partner or a baby, and that's what she wants. And she said that's all she ever wanted, to have a baby. So it is what it is. And then you got Nick Cannon saying the reason why he got all these babies out here in these streets, because these women wanted to have babies because it was late in life. Child, I know she be feeling a certain type of way, and she says she does. It's hurtful, but I want to know what he said to her. How did he treat her? How did he convince her? Did she feel insecure? She's a supermodel, she's an actress, she does art, and she sings. Like, what made or what convinced her to do this? And what did he say? Did he shower her with things? You know what I mean? Did he help her out? Did he assist her? Was it mind controlling? Like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? Like, and then also, she does regret it, but what is your plan to move forward now? And what do you like to do? What are you into? Did you agree to be with Nick Cannon in the way that he wanted to be with you? only because you wanted to be with him so much, because it seems like you're having regret of being submissive and letting him sleep around and do whatever he needed to do. So therefore, if he was sleeping around on you when he was with you, he's not going to stop sleeping with these women, and he's not going to be able to give you that support you need when you're going through these miscarriages. So what was going on psychologically, that would be like something to know. And let's talk about this whole situation when it comes to Chaotic. Chaotic really basically is out here playing in these streets, and he's playing with these girls. Hopefully he's telling them the truth of what he really wants, because he wants to be treated like a king, okay? And he wants women to appreciate him and pour their all into him, and then he will realize either they really want him, but they have to give their all to him. And then if they do, and they're ready to commit, or they're ready to have something serious and take him serious, and if they're both women are ready, then therefore they can all do it and be in a menage a trois, or basically have a polyamorous relationship, when he was saying it was polyester. So child, he wants you to pour into him, invest in him, be at his beck and call, love him, satisfy him, but at the same time he ain't gonna give you no monogamy at all, and you ain't gonna be upgraded to wife. You're gonna be upgraded to sleeping with the next one in the relationship, okay? So in any event, when it comes to Erica Banks, she's already been in a relationship with Finesse 2 times, and he's in a polyamorous relationship, and thank God she got up out of that situation, and he tried to disrespect her, so she's probably down with the cause. But hopefully Chaotic is telling these women what he wants and not lie and deceive them and have them do all this for him and cater to him. Then he turn around and say, hey, listen, I can't give you what you want. I can't give you monogamy. I can't be there at your beck and call. I can't pour into you because you serious about me. So basically you be wasting your time with Chaotic. You know what I mean? He's playing these games. He wants his cake and have it too. And then he wants you to slave for him, child. Lord have mercy. And in any event, what is he giving you in return when you do that? He's sleeping with the next one and the next one, and then you don't waste your time, and you be looking like, wow, time just flew me by and I wasted it. But in any event, he's out here messing with Amy that's on the show. He's kissing her, then he's trying to get with Erica Banks. So it seems like he's trying to be a player.